Hey everyone, my name is Juan Jose from Juan Jose Photo and Films, and today we're going to be talking about booking a wedding videographer, something that I have a little bit of experience in. So jumping right into the things to consider, let's talk about price. When it comes to price, a wedding videographer usually ranges anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000. Now of course you can go a lot cheaper than that and a lot more expensive than that. And it's all going to depend on the wedding videographer themselves, whether it's the experience that they give you or the quality of the video. Moving on, there are many different types of videos that you can get from a wedding videographer. Some like to do what's called a wedding trailer or a highlight reel, and that's anywhere between 3 to 10 minutes long, and it's kind of like a shorter compilation of your wedding day. Others like to do what's called a documentary edit, where it shows the entirety of the ceremony or the entirety of your speeches and toast. I share this so that way you can distinguish between which videos you want. Moving on, let's talk about style. Every wedding videographer has their different style. Some like to build a narrative and tell a story when it comes to your wedding video. Others like to treat it more like a music video where they just throw random clips with a really cool song on it. So whenever you're looking at a wedding videographer style, make sure that it's something that you vibe with and that you like. And lastly, music. Now, I know it's totally natural to want your favorite song from your favorite artist to be used as your wedding video. Unfortunately, when it comes to delivering a product and a video, that music needs to be licensed. And a lot of times, these big songs either cost a lot or are near impossible to license. That's why many videographers like to use a music licensing website. So chances are you're going to be getting a song from one of these. But trust your videographers, they know how to put videos together and they want to give you the best product. So now you've inquired with a videographer and you're on the phone with them or you're planning a meeting with them. Here are a few questions that you can ask them to give you a good sense of what to expect. The first one is a little more philosophical, but it's how do you approach a wedding video? Videographers have different types of approaches. Some like to be fly in the walls, others like to be, more involved and like to plan and set stages for things to happen. And because of that, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the answer and you're comfortable with their approach. And the second question, where do you license your music? Unfortunately, I've seen so many times where a bride and a couple is really excited about their wedding video, but Facebook or YouTube doesn't let them post it because the song they're using is copyrighted and it's not licensed. And so you want to ask this question to make sure that the wedding videographer that you're inquiring with is able to license their music. That way you won't run into any of these complications. Third question is turnaround time. And this question is really just to give you a peace of mind. For example, if your wedding videographer tells you, hey, it's going to take about 6 months, for this video to be turned around, it just gives you that expectation so you're not waiting about 3 months in and you know that it's going to be coming later on. Now moving on to the next question is what types of videos are included in your package? And this is going to vary from videographer to videographer, so just make sure you know what you're getting. The next question is how do you get audio during the day? If story and a narrative is really important to you, a videographer is going to need to capture audio. So ask them what do they use and how do they get it, and make sure it vibes with you. And the last question is, do you work well with a photographer? There's a stigma when it comes to weddings that a videographer and photographer usually butt heads, but you found a good videographer when they're excited to work with a photographer because they're going to be able to collaborate and just communicate well with them. And that's it. I really hope that this gives you some place to start when it comes to booking a wedding videographer. Be sure to download the PDF that includes the checklist and all the vendor questions for you to take whenever you inquire with people. All right, y'all, I'll see you in the next one.